Hello there. Thank you very much for coming to this. I was doing some research about the real estate market, and I kind of found that the largest, or one of the largest hurdles of the industry with market in general, is to keep up with technological advancements. And it definitely makes sense because you can kind of see that the very successful real estate firms are all very, very on it with the technological advancements. So I thought I'd break down the latest technological advancement in this video for the real estate company, in my opinion, and how this can absolutely blow up your real estate agency whatsoever. So what I would recommend you do is to use Whop Content Rewards. So what is Whop Content Rewards? Well, essentially, Whop Content Rewards is it's like paid ads, but a lot better because you know yourself when you're trying to get a client for your real estate agency, then you of course need them to actually know about you first. And you will of course get clients by perhaps advertisements, paid ads online on social medias, or whatever the case is. Maybe some organic marketing, but you know that organic takes a lot of time, but has very good results. So that's the main reason that people opt for paid ads instead, which is they can kind of pay their way past it. But the best way to go about it nowadays is to use Whop Content Rewards, in my opinion, because Whop Content Rewards is essentially that you're opening up an opportunity for creators to take part of your marketing budget to promote your real estate agency. So they would be promoting your real estate agency, and they'll be getting paid $1 to $2 per 1,000 views. And this might seem high, but it's incredibly low because if you want to promote a real estate agency via paid ads, you'll be easily paying $10 to $15 per 1,000 views. And this doesn't even mention the fact that when a creator promotes a real estate agency, that has a lot more trust to it compared to paid ads, because we all know the advertisements can be kind of annoying and usually scroll past them. So by doing this instead, you'll be having an army of creators taking part of the opportunity that you open up to promote your real estate agency at as low as 10% of the price, which has a lot more trust to your real estate agency as well, because you're building your presence by having an army of creators behind you, and you're also getting a lot of views about talking about how good your real estate agency is. So that all this results in a lot of better results at a lot of cheaper cost. And this can be as drastic as 10 times as much better results and 10 times as smaller cost. So I would definitely recommend you get on this. So the way that I would go about setting up this content reward is by doing the following. Okay, so now when you have your understanding of what content rewards is and the benefits for your business, now the question becomes, how do I create one? Because you of course want to actually take part of this opportunity as well and not just talk about it. So how you would do that is 3 simple steps. First, you'll go to whop.com and you'll create an account. This you can do with your eyes closed at this point. It'll take you 1 minute, maybe 2 if you're unlucky. I just signed up with Google, it's that easy. Then secondly, you want to go to whop.new, or if you go to whop.com/new, you'll be redirected to the same page. But I go to whop.new, and then you'll be taken to this page. We're going to create a Whop. Now, a Whop, that's essentially a community that will be hosting your content reward for your business. Now, this community, you can invite people to take part of this content reward, or you can keep it open to everyone so everyone can take part of this content reward. And how you do this is a simple 3-step process. Just click create a new organization, click continue. Title is what you want it to be. So in this case, I'll just title it Linus, because well, it's my name, but you can of course title it something more appropriate for your business. Then you'll click continue, and then you'll just write a quick description about your business. Now I'll just spam something because I'm not actually going to create this myself right now because I'm just showing you how you would do this. And then you would just choose a link and then you would click continue. Now, once that's done, then 5 seconds later, you'll be taken into a Whop. And now this is now the community that you have created. And as you can see, if you go to this link, you now have your Whop. And now in this Whop, you can create content rewards. But I recommend you maybe spend 5 minutes just to make it a little bit prettier, because as you can see right now, it's completely empty. And you could perhaps make it maybe more aesthetically pleasing. But this is not something you have to do. This is just something that, well, maybe you'd like to do so. Then afterwards, you head to the Discover page on the left-hand side. Once on the left-hand side, and you click Discover, you'll head to the Content Reward sections and click on the plus sign. Now here, you'll choose the Whop you just created. Or if you don't have the option to choose one, then you only have one. And now you just enter in all the information here, such as the title of the content reward, the content type you want them to produce, if it's clipping, i.e. repurposing your already existing content, or if it's UGC and they're creating brand new content. You'll choose the category, your budget, the end date if you have one, the reward, which is what you're paying to the creators for 1,000 views, the minimum and the max payout, a bonus, as well as all the requirements. The requirements section is what I think is most important, because you'll have to specify there what you're looking for. as in, let's say if you want a call to action in the video to your website or your product or whatever the case is, then you'll have a call to action there that you gotta add as a requirement for the creators to add. If you want the audience to be a certain demographic, if you want the creators to be a certain demographic, if you want a certain sound to be used, if you, well, whatever it could be, if you want someone to tag you, if you want them to have a link in bio or whatever the case is, then you'll add this in the requirements, because we need to be clear so the creators know what to produce and you know what to expect. And then after, you'll just click continue, you'll top up this content reward, and then it's live. And now it's at your choice if you want to keep this content reward open to everyone and have an open Whop, which is hosting the content reward, or if you want to keep this closed to only a select few creators that you invite yourself, then you can also do that. And then the creators will just find this content reward, submit their content, and then it's up to you to go through the content they have submitted, approve what you think is correct, disapprove what you don't think is correct, and they'll get paid for everything that you approve. So that way you also know that so no one won't steal your budget because you're in complete control. And this is exactly how I would do it, and this is how it can completely blow up your business. And I recommend you really get on this as soon as you can. And if you have any questions whatsoever, then just drop them down below, and I'll get back to every single one of them. And with that said, thank you very much. I really hope you implement this as soon as possible, and have a really good day.